Hi, it's Jenny from Buggy Baby, and today we're going to be having a look at the BabyBjorn baby carrier. Now this version is the Harmony one, and it's made with the Airy Mesh fabric. So this is suitable from 0 to 3 years, so straight from birth. And this particular one we're looking at is the navy blue colour. So you can use this in all different ways. From birth, they're going to be facing in, keeping them nice and snug and close to you. And you can continue to wear them in that mode for quite a few months. And then when you're ready, you can actually turn them so that they're facing out and that your baby can be seeing what's going on. And then when they're old enough, you can actually wear this one on your back. You can see there's lots of details on this box about the baby carrier, about the different ways you can wear it, obviously on the front, but also all of the details about the fabric and the adjustable seat area and the head support. So you've got lots of information there to get you started. Now let's have a look at this. So we've got the box open here. You can see how it comes, all nicely folded up. And it feels really, really good quality. That's the first impression you get when you carry this out of the box. Really sturdy, it looks really, really well made. And this is the dark blue one, which is a really lovely colour. There are all different colours available in this. And as I said, this is the Airy Mesh fabric. Also in the box, you get this manual, which is going to have details in there, all different languages, details in there of how you can use a baby carrier and instructions of how to adjust it. So to put this on, it's going to go over. Try and do this without knocking the mannequin over. Like this. Okay, so that just slips over like a top. But you're going to have to adjust everything. So we're going to need to adjust the back to tighten it up, and we're going to need to adjust the waist strap. Now we're going to adjust all of the straps, get it fitted to the mannequin so you can see exactly how it works. So we're going to start off grabbing that waist strap, and you just clip it back on, just like that. Clip it on, and then you can adjust it. You just pull. Really, really simple. And you can see this is really padded, so it's going to be very, very comfortable for you. It's not going to feel too tight because you've got all that padding there just to help out. And obviously you need it to be nice and snug. And here we're just adjusting the straps. You just pull them. Really simple. And then you would adjust these straps as well so that you can get a lovely snug fit. The BabyBjorn carriers are hip friendly, so you're going to have complete confidence that your baby is going to be sitting in there in the right position. Really, really important. And the lovely thing about this carrier is the thick waistband and the thick straps. Just make sure that you, as a parent, are really, really comfortable when you're carrying your baby. It's so important to be able to carry them comfortably, and this means that you're going to be able to baby carry for longer periods of time. So perhaps you don't want to take your pushchair out with you. You don't need to. Just pop a baby carrier on. It'll be nice and comfortable for both of you. Your baby can sleep in there. You've got great access to them. If you're breastfeeding, you'll be able to have great access for feeding as well. So I really like this carrier because of the straps. Quite often when you look at a baby carrier, they don't look that comfortable because you imagine yourself wearing that for some time and you think that might be a bit uncomfortable to do long periods of baby carrying with. So you're not going to have that problem with this one. The big waistband with that lovely zip there that's giving your child room for their legs also is going to keep them in a really good seating position. So we've got everything strapped up now. Now when you're doing this yourself, and I know it's a bit of a worry for people when they baby carry about putting one of these on, and I think people think it's going to be really difficult, but actually with this one, because you can adjust everything at the back and then you can just slip it on you like a top, The only thing you're really adjusting is the belt at the back. So you would have to put this on, obviously if you had the baby waiting to go in, you'd slip it over you and then you would just pop that little clip onto your back clasp and then you would be ready to put the baby in. Now this one's great for getting your baby in. It's really simple, really easy, because you've got little clasps here that just undo. So you're going to be able to make loads of room to get your baby in really nice and comfortable. Just unclasp it. And then you're going to hold your baby. You're going to pop them in. And then you're just going to do it back up. So you just guide these back in. You can hear it click. Nice and secure. You know your baby's going to be really safe in there. And then you're going to clip these ones on. And we're imagining that a baby's in there. And you'd be good to go. Now, if your baby falls asleep in the carrier, which is very, very likely, especially when you've got one this comfortable, you're just going to be able to unclick it back. And you're going to be able to scoop your baby out. And then you can put them into their cot, wherever it is they're sleeping, and you won't have disturbed them. We're going to have a look at the adjustable head support. So to do that, you've got these straps here, you can see, which will control this part here of the baby carrier. You can see we've got little poppers here as well. So you can actually pop this into 2 different positions here if you want it folded down. You can see there, you would just pop it in this one or in that one, depending how you want to do it. And then you can pull these straps, and that will bring this bit all the way up. So it just depends on what's comfortable for you, what's comfortable for your baby. Maybe if they're sleeping, you'd want to keep this lovely bit up here. It gives them a bit more of head support. And then when they've got a little bit more control of their head, you could pop it down 1 and then again down 2. I'm going to have a look down here because there is zips here that you can use to make more room for your baby's legs. So this is a really good feature about the BabyBjorn carrier, is that you're going to be able to adjust it continuously as your baby grows. So when they need more room for their legs, you can just unzip it, keep it nice and comfortable for them. And then obviously when they're newborn, you're going to want it nice and tight, much smaller. They're not going to need as much space for their legs. Let's have a look at a bit closer at the fabric. So this one, as we said, is the Airy Mesh. So there's 2 different versions. It comes without and it comes with, but this is the Airy Mesh one. Now this is really, really good if you're using this in hot weather. So would be perfect if you're holidaying, maybe if you've got your baby in the summer. But just generally, actually, if you baby carry, you'll know that it gets quite sweaty sometimes. It's quite hot when you've got that baby against you. So the Airy Mesh material is going to help with that. Not only is it going to help keep you cool, it's going to help keep your baby cool as well. It's also really, really attractive. I mean, you can see it's such good quality. They look really, really nice. Not only are they very comfortable because of all the padding that you've got on these carriers here, but they just look so smart as well. We're going to have a look at the newborn position on the baby carrier Harmony. So it has a special position for when your baby is just born, so when they're teeny tiny. And what you do, you see this little zip here, you would keep the zip done up, and what it's going to do is just sit your baby a bit higher. It's going to give them more support. And there's these little straps here, which when your baby's in position, you would use these little straps. You'd clip them on just to this little part here. And that's going to give your baby extra leg support when they're tiny. Once the baby's a little bit bigger, they don't need to have this position anymore. You simply unzip it. Then you can see there, you're giving your baby a lot more space. So this baby carrier can be worn front facing, inward facing and back facing. So obviously you're going to have your newborn facing you, so inward facing to start with, and then when they're a bit bigger you can turn them around so that they are outward facing and they can see what's going on in the world. So to do that, you'd have to make sure that these straps are loosened, just like this. And then you would fold this down. So when we looked at these little poppers here, you would just fold them down, click them in place, clip, for a nice satisfying click, click, and then your baby's going to be in there and they'll have the time of their life seeing what's going on. And then when you're ready to, and they're old enough, and they need to be over a year for you to do this, you can twist the carrier around and you can have them on your back. So to do that, you'd want to loosen the straps and you would put your arms through, keeping hold of your baby if they're in there. And then you twist it round. And then you'd have your back carrier. All of the BabyBjorn carriers are what they call hip friendly. So they have all been tested to make sure that you're actually carrying your baby in a healthy position. So you'll have complete confidence that your baby is comfortable in there. There is no need to worry about the seating position, because as long as you followed the instructions properly, you've strapped them in properly, they are sitting right, hip friendly. So it's one of the great things about BabyBjorn is that you can just have complete confidence that you'll be wearing your baby in the correct way. And with the instructions included, it's going to make sure, if you read through that you're having the baby sitting high up enough. That's one of the really important things with a baby carrier. And the good thing about this is because you've got this nice thick strap around here, they'll always be sitting in the right position. They've got so much support. And for yourself, when you're carrying your baby, because these straps are so padded, they're going to be really comfortable on your shoulder. So you're not going to be taking the strain. So there we have it. That is the BabyBjorn Harmony carrier in the Airy Mesh fabric. Here's the box. We can see this again. So this is in navy blue. And I hope that gives you a really good description of the carrier, what it does, the material, how you can use it. And if you want any more details, you can find that on buggybaby.co.uk.